So, if you missed the live stream last night,
I'm coming to Texas for Thanksgiving, y'all.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, I am. I'm coming to Texas for Thanksgiving, and I don't know what the plan is yet, but we'll see what happens. A lot of you guys are suggesting I reach out to other YouTubers, which of course I will do, but they'll be like, who the hell is this? And go away. But, you know, a dumb priest never got a good parish. That's what my dad always says. So we'll give it a whirl. If there is somebody you want to see me collaborate with, maybe you guys can tweet them or whatever, and maybe they'll listen to you. It's actually very warm wearing this, so I'm going to take it off. The live stream was very successful in that a lot of people were watching it, but I didn't get to answer the questions that you guys sent. I think I answered like 3. So today I thought it'd be a good idea if I tried to go through some of the questions you guys had, and also to do a little bit of the post that I was going to do that I didn't get to do.
Okay, I'm going to flag this with you right now. This is straight up one of the most boring videos I have ever edited. She is so self-indulgent, she just talks about herself the entire time. So I beseech you to click away now. Click off. Click off the video. There's no helping you.
To everyone who did super chat, thank you so much. I'm really sorry. I didn't know what was going on when I saw the colours coming in. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. Some of you guys are already asking how you can support the Texas trip. At the moment, I'm trying to get sponsors on board. So if you do work for a company or a cool place we can visit, let me know. There is an email on the screen you can reach out to for business inquiries. I've got some people helping me out with those. So yeah, that would be great. Obviously, my Patreon is the main source of support for the channel overall, but anything that comes into the PayPal will go toward the Texas trip. That was a lot of administration talk. Let's get on with the questions. Ta-da! I made a box. It's very good. I like art and craft. It's not that good really. It's actually a cereal box that I just stuck my logo on. Okay, Lucky Dip. This is from Willow.
My god, I'm bored already. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this shiz.
And she wants to know, am I single? Yes. Am I naturally blonde? Yes, but not this shade of blonde. I dyed my hair silver last year and I'm trying to get back to my natural colour. What hair and makeup products do I use? Everything from cheap and cheerful to stuff I've had for years and years that's probably expired that I should throw out. But I don't necessarily believe that the most expensive thing is the best thing. Vitamin E cream is your friend. Next question is from Michael. What are my favourite American music artists? I like loads of different people. I like loads of different styles. I guess I'm kind of an emo at heart. I like Panic at the Disco and Green Day. I love Evanescence. Love Linkin Park. Yeah, all the classics really. This is from David. Am I watching the McGregor fight in October? I didn't actually know there was a McGregor fight in October, but I'm probably going to hear about it with all the hype. I actually find it really hard to watch the fights. Not that I'm a soft touch or anything, but I tried to watch one of the McGregor fights before and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the violence for violence sake. Call me a snowflake. I just didn't like it. Also asks, does Dublin have bomb shelters if you want to hide? From what? Yeah, Dublin has bomb shelters. They're not like all over the place, but they exist. Dustin asks, any plans to holiday? Yes, I'm going to Texas in November and I'll also be going to visit my family in Spain for Christmas. Chewie gets to come to Spain too. Kid asks, who's the one celebrity you'd love to meet and why? I'm not mad on celebrities, but I guess if I had to meet somebody, I'd meet Paul Rudd and make him fall in love with me because he's just perfection. I think he's probably married and has children. I don't actually know. I've never looked into that. So if he did leave his wife for me, that would make him imperfect. Rhonda asks, my best childhood memory in Ireland was probably Christmas time in Ireland, walking along Grafton Street. It's a beautiful street at Christmas time. She also asks, what do you feel most proud of? Probably Chewie. I love Chewie. I think he's a great dog and he's super well behaved and a little bit spoiled, but I'm proud of the fact that he has a lovely little life that I've made for him. So yeah. And her last question is, besides Chewie, pick 5 possessions to keep. What's the situation? Is it a zombie apocalypse? In which case I'd probably need some stuff to fight off the zombies. Or am I on a desert island? Then I'd probably bring some navigational equipment and sailing stuff. If it's just randomly one of my favourite shallow possessions. I'm not going to cheat here and be like, love, family. I'm going to give you 5 actual possessions. So I'm going to say my laptop, my camera, my phone, my teddy, and a photo album. John asks, when are you coming to Vegas? I've been to Vegas twice. It's amazing. It's its own insane little world. I'll definitely be back sometime. Eric asks, what film roles have you done? Well, one of the reasons I'm not really acting that much anymore is that I didn't get to play the kind of parts that I wanted to play. So going forward, if I was going to do more acting, they'd want to be better roles. For example, I competed against 250 girls for a role in Game of Thrones, where you walk in and you carry 2 pints and you go, aisle. I did not get the role, so yeah. Crystal asks, the top 5 places I want to visit outside of Ireland. Loads of parts of America and Canada, that's a whole world I want to explore. I definitely want to go to Japan. I want to go to Tokyo. That's a place I've always wanted to go, but I would like to do it right, so I need to save up like a lot. I'd like to go to Australia or New Zealand. That would be super cool. Where else? There's loads of places in Europe I'd like to go. I'm kind of going over 5 places now. Germany, definitely. France for sure. Norway, Sweden. I'd love to go to loads of those places. I pretty much want to go anywhere and try it, but in a good way in which I'm able to afford to be there and not get stranded. So yeah. Andrew asks if I could have any living guest on my channel, who would it be? I'd probably want like one of the massive YouTubers, and the biggest YouTuber out there right now is Shane Dawson, which is probably a real silly answer, but I just think he's amazing and I'd love to pick his brain, but he'd probably end up picking my brain because that's what he does. He kind of turns interviews around on you and you become very introspective. Jacob asks, what is the most interesting thing you have learned about American culture? Gosh, I've learned so much about American culture since I started the channel. Probably the most interesting thing I've learned is the scale of it. I obviously knew America was big, but that there's so many different cultures that go on within America, and that has surprised me a little bit, I suppose. But I'm always learning new things, like about grapes and raisins, so yeah. Lenny asks, who is my favourite Doctor from Doctor Who? My favourite Doctor, I love them all in their own way, but probably if I had to pick, would be David Tennant, because I love Dr. Donna and that whole thing. That was my favourite time, probably. West Michigan Spurs. Is that a team? Is that a whole team? Did a whole team ask me a question? What would be your wedding entrance song? I don't know. That would kind of depend on my partner and the relationship, because I think he'd have an influence on the vibe. Well, I hope we would, on the vibe of the wedding. So, yeah, I'm not trying to be a tricky dicky not answering the question. It'd have to be something fun. Yeah, something showy and fun. Frank, what is the scariest thing I've ever done? The scariest thing I've ever done was singing in public a couple of years ago. I got a job at a grotto as the Snow Queen, which I auditioned for. I sang a little song on camera, so I was obviously by myself when I sang the song for the self-tape, and I got the part, and I thought maybe I was going to have to sing, you know, in an ensemble or before they went to see Santa, but it turned out I was playing Elsa at a huge event, and I had a phobia of singing for like 15 years in public. Like, I actually used to shake and nothing would come out when I tried to sing. So the scariest thing I've ever done was just get on with it and do it, and I did, and it was terrifying, but I did it, and now I sing in a band, which I really enjoy. So yeah. Carl wants to know, are you as mad off of YouTube or do you exaggerate it? Am I mad? I don't think I'm mad. I'm definitely weird. I don't know, like, when you turn on the camera, you definitely bring a certain energy to it. Like, I don't sit around all day talking to myself. Well, sometimes I do.
Boring.
But no, I don't. I try to be as authentic as I possibly can be. Some days I'm less energetic than other days, and I don't try and pretend that I'm feeling more excited than I am or anything like that. So yeah. Kerry, how long have you had Chewie? I've had Chewie since he was like, what is the recommended time that you get a dog? I looked it up before I got him. I think it was 6 weeks, or maybe it was more than that, I'm not sure. But I've had him since he was like able to fit in one hand, and he was tiny, and he was black and brown. Sophie, have you ever been to Galway? Yes, I've been to Galway a bunch. I've been to the Galway Film Festival, which was amazing, and it's such a cool little city. Yeah, Galway's super cool. Amy, where are you from in Ireland? Dublin. Kane Ozzy, favourite Netflix original show? I don't know if it's a Netflix original. I just know I watch it on Netflix. Better Call Saul is amazing. I think it might belong to a different network, but yeah, also Orange is the New Black. Netflix is actually just great. I love Netflix shows. Oh my god, there's a lot of questions. Siobhan, what's your favourite song? If I had to pick one song, probably Do You Hear the People Sing from Les Miserables? What's your favourite TV programme? It kind of changes all the time, but the best TV programme that's ever been made, in my personal opinion, is Breaking Bad, and I've gone back and rewatched it like 10 times, all the series. It's amazing. It's perfection in a television show. And my favourite food is pizza. I love pizza. Kerry wants to know, what do you look for in a partner? This has changed a lot. I try to look for somebody who's kind above everything else. I'll definitely be looking for somebody who's very loyal, because I'm a very loyal person, and also somebody who gets me and who I get, I suppose. Kind, loyal, and blah, blah, blah. Outlaw. Any crack? Lots of crack. Crack-a-lack. Setter Doge. Dog. Doge. Irish or American chocolate better? Question mark. Well, they're both good in their own way. Not to be on the fence on this one, but it depends on the chocolate, really, doesn't it? There's different types of chocolate. A lot of Europeans think European chocolate is better than American chocolate, but it just depends on the brand. I'm going to be on the fence on that one, sorry. Pikachu. Have you ever been to Bundoran? I don't know. I think I probably have. My parents would be able to tell you better. I'm pretty geographically unaware. I've been to a lot of places that I don't know where I am, but I'd recognise them if you put me back in them. I'm trying to be more geographically conscious in the present day. Colleen! That's your name, Colleen? Have you ever visited Cork? Yes, I love Cork. Cork's super cool. Does Kerry deserve its reputation as odd? I never heard Kerry was odd before. So, no? Eiley wants to know, where do you live? You want the address? Or? I live in Dublin city centre, is where I live. Why did you start YouTube? I have no idea. I just turned on the camera one day. Something inside of me made me reach out and turn it on, and that first video was very impulsive. But yeah, that's just what I did.
How are you still watching this? Are you not bored out of your absolute mind? Seriously, click off. Go watch a video about making shoes out of beer cans or something. She'll have a normal video up on Wednesday.
Matthew wants to know 5 artists or bands I like. I've kind of already covered that one in another question. Kira wants to know what language was spoken in your home. English. Most people speak English in Ireland, and she wants me to speak Irish. Sé de bhaithe uaire atá an de grosa an tíorna leat is spanathe chu idir minó agus is spanathe tuair de bhrona ista and bhuair bhfuil deaghuiir in the paki Irish agus no mosh. Amen. That's an old prayer in Irish for you. One of the few things I can say. James wants to know what's been my favourite experience since starting the channel. Gosh, there's been so many. I'm hoping the Texas thing will be a great experience, and I'll be out of my bedroom, so that'll be good. But yeah, no, a couple of videos definitely stand out, like the cereal video with Harker, the date video with John and Paul was hilarious, and Dara as well. Yeah, so some of those Matter videos are definitely my favourite experiences so far. Michelle wants to know, do you watch Outlander? No, I don't watch Outlander, but I did help to cast it, in that I was working for an agency at the time that the series was originally casting, and I helped put a few of the actors that are in it now forward for roles, and that was cool, so yeah. Jeff Marine, great name. Do you have a bucket list? As a person who makes a lot of lists, ironically no, I don't really have a bucket list, just kind of an informal thought pattern in my brain head of stuff I want to do. What Japanese food would I like to try? Anything but fish, really. I like trying different things, but I usually come back to chicken nuggets because I'm a basic. Jason wants to know, what is your favourite movie genre? I love movies, I'm mad for movies, so my favourite genre, that's a really hard question. I do love movies about dystopia, so I guess that'd be like a horror or a thriller. Yeah, my favourite movie in the world is Battle Royale, so yeah, I guess that's kind of a genre in itself. Kaylin, or Quaylin, wants to know, Unwil Gaelga agat. Ní braid agus is miralum, an drachor muinen sé gadona skull. I don't know if that even made sense. I wish I spoke better Irish, but I don't. Jeremiah wants to know, am I going to do more store or tour videos? Definitely. If you guys let me know in the comments what tours you want to see, I'll definitely do more. And can you have a tour of my hometown? Like, it's pretty standard, I guess. Maybe, someday. There's just shops where I live, really. David wants to know, do you get recognised in Dublin? Yeah, sometimes. I have a very familiar face anyway, so people often think I'm somebody that they know. But if you mean from the videos, yeah, a little bit. That's kind of starting to happen, so that's cool. Paul wants to know, did you go see the Pope? I did not see the Pope, even though it was pretty much up the road for me. My family were over visiting, so I went to see them instead, because they're way more important than the Pope. Emer wants to know, what's your middle name? Rosaline Alicia is my middle name, named after my grandmother and Saint Alice. What is my best pennies buy ever? I don't know, if you shop in pennies, you'll know everything's pretty disposable fashion. So you kind of get rid of stuff after a while from pennies. But I definitely like the Catrice makeup range. It's cheap and cheerful, and I also got a really cool velvet dress there at Christmas, which I really like, so yeah. Julia J wants to know, who or what inspired you to be a YouTuber? I don't know really. I've always loved YouTube videos. Like, I watch a lot more YouTube than I watch television. Don't know if it was a specific person or thing, so much as a collection of life that came together into the perfect storm, or whatever you want to call it, that made me reach out one day and turn on the camera. Me and Dad wants to know, I'm coming to Ireland, want to stay away from touristy stuff, what would you recommend? I would recommend do the touristy stuff, because Ireland is quite a cosmopolitan place overall. There are definitely country places that you should visit which are part of the touristy thing, but do all the touristy things. Go visit the Blarney Stone, and go to the Cliffs of Moher, and go to the Aran Islands, because it's all cool stuff. Don't stay away from the touristy stuff. Stay away from Temple Bar, because a pint will cost you £10. And the last question I have is from Silas, and he wants to know, have I ever experienced any paranormal, inexplicable, weirdy, coincidental, eerie, or spooky, or synchronistic? That's a lot of adjectives, Silas. I got a similar question during the live stream, and I told people about that. But another weird thing that used to happen to me and my family in our family home was, you'd be in the house on your own, and you'd hear somebody like here saying your name, or just being like, hey, or Diane. Real casual, like friendly, not scary or anything. But I also don't know if I believe in all that stuff, so yeah, it might have just been my imagination or the wind. So if we did have a ghost, it was a friendly ghost and pretty chill, so that was cool. Thank you so much for all your questions. That was very cool. I want to again acknowledge a couple of the deliveries that I didn't get through that well. Mark Gramone, thank you so much for all the drink that you sent. I love it all, and especially like the rum. Thank you. I got a really lovely letter from Barry Mendel, who says, what does a fish say when it hits a cement wall? Damn. Barry, that's a dad joke, but I like it. I got a really cool delivery from Michael and Tom Larkin, who sent some A&W stuff to make a float. What is it? A root beer float. So yeah, he sent loads of stuff, including these. They are a classic American staple. And 2 of these, which were extremely heavy to carry, Michael, but I really appreciate it. I'm gonna probably use it as a reward when I make somebody do something gross in a video very soon. And I got an absolutely amazing delivery from Ted Mann, who lives in Cranford, New Jersey. Ted sent some really cool stuff, including a lot of stuff for Chewie, which he loves. Chewie is downstairs right now. He's having some time out from the videos because he gets really hot in here and he's just over it. I'm super excited to try the mega stuffed Oreos and the popcorn that you sent, so thank you so much. I also got a really cool delivery from Canada from Carl Maloch, who sent me a ton of really cool Canadian things, including a t-shirt and a frisbee and a bunch of stickers and a little Canada outfit for Chewie. If you got through this entire video, well done, congratulations. We will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. I've done a lot of talking in the last 24 hours. Bye.
Why are you still watching?